Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here we go, here we go. Mike 51, Mike 51. It's our time, it's our time, guys. It's our time.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
That's good for a Chicago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. Fournette on the toss to the right. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
32.
Love. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He completes this to Russell Gage. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards the pickup there. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking downfield for Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And And this one will be brought back to the 22. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And all the way down to the 37. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now a second down throw for Love here. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
On the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 8 coming up. We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back.
Now Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Logan Ryan. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 8. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown. Ronald Jones, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Walsh adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Love from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Of course the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Check 26, check 26.
3rd and long for Love. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .153 remaining in this first half of play. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Henry Ruggs. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him to first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Russell Gage, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Makes the score.
Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Love now to pass on 1st down. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Complete to Leonard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Fournette. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Giants' 34-yard line.
Love now on 2nd down. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Working out of the gun. Love escaping the pressure right. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 40-yard attempt.
And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. On the return, Deontay Harris. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Harris on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Campbell on the stop.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 27. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rodgers will try again on second down. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebacker.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Giants add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tavon Austin on the return. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On the counter, here's Coleman. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. There he goes onside. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Walsh adds the extra point, and it is 28-0. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball.
And he's going to be intercepted a
Don't
third
worry
time.
about it, baby. I ain't worried about it.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
Blair Walsh for the extra point.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3rd and 1.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down.
New York. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Giants 35, Bears nothing.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Reception here by Ruggs. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 21 yards away. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And it's up and good.
The score, Giants 49, Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like...
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Love looking to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation. one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Mike check 33. 33. Watch the run. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming.
Fournette, a first down carry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right. I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Mike 51. Drill green. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Check pass. Check pass.
Desperation time here. Love on fourth down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On first down, it's Jones. And very little.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
9 yards.
He'll buy some time right. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers now to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
56. Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. They find some open field here. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display. And now they look to polish it off. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Giants first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, yep. And that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And that'll set them back 5. Here comes Rodgers now as he'll go for the two-point conversion.
58, boy, 58, 58. Box it. Switch.
To throw, it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Check 52. Slice, 97. Joker.
On second down now, it's Coleman. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.